Now, bro, there's a picture on the internet, right? There's a picture of you, AZ, Black Just. It looked like it was in the winter or something like that. Can you take us to that night? And can you elaborate on your relationship with Just? And how did you feel when you heard that he was killed?
Man, it was cold as a motherfucker that night, man. That's my picture, bro. Can't really say what was really going on that night, but we was out there in the cold, man, and Alex wound up pulling up and he snapped the picture of me, Whip Wop, him, my nigga Barrell, I think that's Black Panther, and my nigga Big Jeff. Shit, man, Just was my man first. Like, I remember the first night I met Just, man. I met Just in the Fever, man. He used to always be in the Fever. I used to always be in the Fever. And I used to always be watching him because he used to always have his jewelry and shit on and be fly. And his niggas used to always have their jewelry on and be fly. And I used to be a little fly, but I was always by myself. And one thing led to another, and we wound up kicking it or whatever. And, I was under the assumption that me and my team was the richest niggas. So I never knew that it was other niggas that was our age, that was young like us, that was rich too. So when I met him, and they took me out to Queens and they showed me like they cars and showed me the money and shit that they was getting, I couldn't wait to get back to Harlem and tell A. So I remember Dalu, he was driving Preem 600 to SL, and he came and snatched me up and had me out there for about a month and shit, and then brought me back to Harlem and pulled in front of the game room, and A and Poland was out there. And when I jumped out the car, the nigga A looked at me and said, "Yo, man, where the fuck you been, man?" And I said, "Yo, I was in Queens with my queens." I said, "Hey, I gotta talk to you." He said, "About what?" I said, "I gotta talk to you." Pulled him to the side. I said, "Yo, hey, man, guess what?" He said, "What?" I said, "Yo, man, I got some niggas that's rich just like us." So he flipped on me, "Man, what the fuck you talking about, man? You talk too much." I said, "Yo, hey, man." He said, "Nah, man, you don't even know these niggas. They could be feds." I said, "Yo, hey, these niggas is young like us, man. They official, man. We got a game out in they park, man, in Queens, man, tomorrow, man, in 40 projects." That nigga A said, "Man, I'm not going to no Queens, man. You're going to get me killed." I said, "Hey, you good, man? I've been out there with these niggas, man. Come on, man." And we went out there and we played them niggas basketball in they court in 40 projects, and we wound up leaving with 10,000. I pulled some sucker shit. We had little Mike Boogie from Rucker coming. They realized when they went to Rucker that Mike Boogie played for Rucker, so they came to my block looking for me. They was mad, but they wasn't that mad, and we laughed and joked about it. But yeah, man, those was my niggas. Like, that's how it all started.
So my nigga, I know that you and Just had a bond. How'd you feel when you heard about the circumstances that were surrounding his death, my nigga?
Man, that shit hurt me so bad because for real, I mean, like, I can't forget about the twins, Richard and Ron, and their brother Wally. Like, I used to always stay in jail and be in trouble, man, and them niggas snatched me up, and they really, like, brought me out to Queens and, like, showed me shit and let me know that they lived right down the block from Baisley Projects, where it was Dalu and, Preem and, Baby Wise and, and Joe and his brother Bimmy and all of them was from, I mean, like, yo, bro, like, for real, my nigga, like, that shit hurt me just like it did if it was Richard Porter, man. Like, he was one of us, man. He was part of my circle, my nigga. Like, yeah, he was Queens, he was Baisley, but he was also Harlem, my nigga. He was 132. He was the location. Like, that's why I said that shit, you know what I mean, and gangster shit. Like, you want me to bring the rest of the crew, Whip, Outpo, Black, Justin, Rich, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, I always kept Justin something, man. That was like my dude, like, yeah, man, I remember when he had the fucking Audi, like, that nigga there was something else, man. Yeah, man, Black Just, man, like, rest in peace, man, for real, man, forever, man, my nigga, man, Black Just, man.